Okay. Hello everybody. This buttonhole is what we're going to be making today. A beautiful white classic rose with a Veronica at the back here, a nice mauve colour to complement the white, and I'm excited to be showing you how to start that today. Okay, so what we need to make a buttonhole is you need the 20 gauge green wire, and then you need the silver rose wire, and then these are always handy to have, the wire cutters. You need a pair of sharp scissors, and then another pair of scissors to cut the ribbon, and then you need a small piece of ribbon, and then you need 2 pins, pearl pins or diamante pins, and you need some, well, here's some greenery I got from the garden, I collected this morning, and you can buy some greenery. This is ruscus from a florist, and you need a rose, any colour you prefer. This one is a white aqua rose, and you can have a little thing to add in. I've got here Veronica, and it's a beautiful mauve colour. And then to tape it together, you can use there's 2 different types of tape here, Stemtex and parafilm. I prefer to use this one because it's waxy and it stops it sticking to your fingers. Steps to making a buttonhole is to pick up your rose, and then you want to cut about to here, and so if I show you, you've got to about there. Hold that there so it doesn't fall on the table. And then it's good to just take these outer petals off, the green ones. And then you can always take these ones off as well. Just makes it look a bit neater. Quickly do that. And then to wire it, you need to get the 20 gauge green wire, and you put it right up the middle. And this helps it stay secure. Right. And then to hold it together, you have got the silver wire here, and you just pierce it through across the way, like so. And then you pull that bit down, and then you wrap this bit around quite tightly. And then you just hold that there and pull it like that. And then for the Veronica, you can just cut about here, so it's not too long. Let's remove that. And again, you can take any little bits off. And then to wire this, you need the silver wire. And then, this is similar to the rose, you pierce it through the middle till it comes out the other side. Then you hold it here, put this bit down, and then wrap it around. Again, making sure it's tight and close to the stem. And that is then wired. The next step you want to do is to tape them. And you have it here, you hold it at the top, you put it at a slight angle, you pull it to make it thinner, and you just put it down the stem. And you don't need to go right down, you only need to go to about there. And then you can always cut that so it's easier to work with. And again, you hold it here, near the top, and you have it at a slight angle. Pull it and twist. And again, you don't go too far down. Just make sure everything's tightly in. And you can cut that to about here. And that's then ready. Okay, so the next step is you want to have some leaves to support the buttonhole, to support the flowers. So what I tend to do is have a bit of a variety of colour and texture. And I can take one leaf off of this stem. You just take it from the very bottom there and you just pull slightly and take it off. You want to have this little bit on because when you take your silver wire, this thin silver wire, you make sure it's at the back. You put it through near the bottom so you don't see the wire. You pull it through like that. You have to hold it at that side so it doesn't rip the leaf. Then again, it's a similar technique. You put that down and then you just fold this wire over close to the leaf. Like so. And these ones here, you can actually, because they're softer, you can just wrap them round like that. Again, used a slightly different technique that time, but we'll go back to the similar one I showed you earlier. This one, and you wrap it round like that. And then for your ivy leaf, very similar. The nice dark green to complement the white rose. You want to pull it down like that. Now don't worry if you rip a few when you first try. It does take a little bit of practice to get it right. And you wrap that round again. So that's a couple of leaves I've shown you there. Now it's quite good to have a taller part with a few leaves on. So then how you wire that piece is, you just get the bottom there, you leave a tiny bit, 1 centimetre at the most, then again put that across and wire. Got a little bit of something, there we are. And then the tips of this, of the ruscus, you can just cut from here. So it's not very tall, it's not very big. And again, put that down and you fold it over, wrap it round. And to tape, it's a similar technique, very same. You put it at the top, you pull it, that bit was too much, so that's what happens if you pull it too much. So you want to start, just do it very lightly, like that, and then you wrap it round and hold it tight so it's not loose. I'll just quickly do these for you. And once they're all done, you're ready to start putting it together. So I'll clear a bit of space, pull these down slightly. Now, I quite like to have the darker one with the tip at the back. You can always, when you're starting to do it, you can always secure each piece. And once you get used to having more in your hand, you can put 2 or 3 bits in it at once. And again, another nice piece at the back. And making sure you're holding it tight each time. And then a nice Veronica, can put that here. And then you have another leaf here. And you can have the ivy coming around. And then you place this in. And you've got this last little piece here of ivy and the last little bit of greenery from the garden. And you hold them tight like so. Pull it right down. You don't need to worry about them being all even just yet. You pull it and there you go. Now we will add the ribbon. To do this, you just cut at an angle just to give it a nice finishing off like that. Then you hold it here. You leave about an inch or so. And then twist that, hold it really tight, twist it slightly, and then you put a loop and then you hold it at the back and you hold it tight again, and then another loop. You can use this finger, almost like doing a shoelace, and then you've got the other one, you hold that tight. And then you've got that part here, and then you put it in at the back. And 2 loops should be enough. And again, you cut it at an angle, about an inch long or so. You can always change it once you put it on. And you get the silver thin wire. You put it across the middle. Then you make sure you hold it tight so it doesn't fall apart. And pull it up. Then you pull it like this, have both either side, and then you want to twist that in, like this. There we are. So there you have your bow. And then you add this in. I think it always looks nice at the front, the top part here, above the greenery. And you tape that in. But before I do that, I'm just going to cut the stems so they're all even. I prefer to have the stems slightly shorter, to about here, and just cut like that. Make sure there's no straggly parts. Keep holding it together. Get your tape. Put it a little bit over at the top, put it at an angle, pull it slightly tight but not too much. You just go around making sure you're wrapping it round tight, twisting it as you go. And then when you get to the bottom, you just hold it tightly, and then you can just pull. Now to get rid of this little part at the end, and just so it finishes it off, you just cut that, not too far up, otherwise the wires will pop, and then you just squeeze it in. And that is a really good thing about this tape. You shouldn't be able to see it. Just push that up like so. And then you're ready to add a pin, like so. And that's it finished. A beautiful buttonhole. And please stay tuned for how to make a lady's wrist corsage.